Andrew McCART, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. Delighted, as always, to be joined by the one and only Billy Nelson. Billy, how's things, buddy? Everything good?
Everyone's fine, mate. Thanks. Aye, plodding away.
Plodding away, ain't we all? Well, news today on MTK socials that I noticed was Big Martin Bakole has signed an advisory deal with MTK. Just talk to me about that, and obviously how happy you are and how Martin is to get this deal done.
Well, Martin decided that it was time. He felt as though he wanted a different direction, and he thought that MTK could give him that what he requires. And with them being the biggest management advisory company in the world, I think it's a very good move for him. Mm-hmm. He's very, very happy. I've only had experience with MTK through David Brophy and Stephen Simmons, and they were brilliant with it too. So long may it continue with Martin.
Definitely. I know that the deal was obviously just been announced just now, but when are we hoping that Martin's out again? Because obviously he had that good win against Kuzmin back in December. So I'm guessing that you and Martin are itching to just keep this ball rolling.
Well, I think we're looking. Well, I would hope we'd be looking at end of March, April sometime. I'll leave it in MTK's hands, and they'll negotiate with the promoters and see what happens. It was a kind of spur of the moment, I think. It really was done really, really quickly. Mm-hmm. I know people that work with MTK as well, so it was quite easily done.
That's it. It's nice and simple, which is always good when you're dealing with, because you know what the contracts are like in boxing. Sometimes they can go to one. Like we might. This was Joshua, man. I don't know what's going on there with the contracts, but at least with Martin, we got it done like that, which is good news.
Well, the thing is, we spoke to a few people, and you just had the feeling of you were kind of wanted with MTK. He had a good feeling. He had a good feeling about it, so that was a deciding factor.
No, definitely. Well, Martin's obviously had that good win against Kuzmin back in December, like we talked about. Kuzmin's a top 15 ranked opponent, I believe he was going into the fight. So as his coach and stuff like that, what kind of opponent are you hoping for next? Are we hoping for an even bigger and better opponent next time around even?
Listen, I'm sure we'll get names. We'll have 2 or 3 names, and we'll get a choice of who we want to fight. As I've said to you before in countless times, Martin Bakole would fight anybody on the planet if the deal's right.
Yeah.
Things have got to be right, and this is where a very good advisory company come into their own. So we'll play it. We'll see what happens. He could fight anybody. There's nobody he wouldn't fight.
Yeah, I know. I've done numerous interviews with you, Billy, and that seems to be what you've always said to me, is that he'll just fight anybody, just give him the opportunity.
100%. Mm-hmm. I mean, if the Deontay Wilder fight that came up in March or April instead of Charles Martin, I think it is he's fighting, would have took he'd have took that in a heartbeat as well, no problem.
Yeah, definitely. You're going to hold your phone down a wee bit. I'm missing half your face. There we go. There he is. There's the handsome young man.
It's not a bad thing missing half my face. The other half is usually somebody else's full face.
Fair play to you, mate. Fair play. Martin's obviously out of the Congo. I've seen him out. He's still back in Africa. So when are you hoping he's back in the UK, back in Scotland, back in training camp?
Well, we've got a few. We've just get a few issues sorted, and once they're sorted, he'll be back in the next flight as soon as things are sorted. Yeah,
good stuff. Obviously, with the heavyweight division right now, it's brilliant. We've obviously with the White Povetkin rematch coming along. You've got Mark Bakole who's doing his thing. There's whispers that we might get the AJ Fury fight in May, June time. So right now the heavyweight division's probably the best it's ever been in for a long time, the last couple of years. So what are you obviously all the belts are tied up with Fury and Wilder. Oh my gosh, Fury and Joshua. So, well, Martin, what does he do? What can he do? Does he have to just keep winning and fighting top 10 guys, Chisoras and Whites and stuff like that?
Well, there's only one person that was won that fight, either of they two. But as long as he keeps fighting and winning, puts himself in a prime position for when maybe if a belt's relinquished or, you know, opportunities arise if fights don't happen. You just have to get yourself in the best possible position that you can to fight for a world title, and that's what we plan to do this year.
The thing is, Joyce's. I know years ago, a year and a half ago, whatever, there was talk about Bakole and Joyce and stuff like that, but that's
never. No, I've asked for that fight for 2.5 years, and I've been told no, you've no fought anybody. Well, I would suggest that Kuzman is every bit as good as anybody that Joe Joyce has fought. Yeah, Joe Joyce is number 2 with the WBO, and good, fair play to him. But we would fight Joe Joyce anytime and beat him.
And it looks like Joyce is after Usyk anyway, isn't he? So,
and quite rightly so. He's been put in a position that he probably have to fight Usyk, and you know it's okay saying we'll fight him. You've got to fight him. He's got to fight him now. If they order the interim belt, and I think he'll give Usyk a good fight.
Yeah.
But you know, people are saying that Joe was inexperienced when he fought him the first time. Usyk's got bigger and stronger since the last time as well. So there's plus and negatives on both sides.
Definitely, that's definitely. Again,
but Joe's a good fighter.
Say again, Billy.
Joe is a very good fighter.
Yes, and
Joe is a very good fighter.
That's the thing. People might look at people might look at his style and be like, "How's he winning fights?" But his jab is. It might look slow, but it's effective, isn't it? Have you seen that against Dubois?
His jab's his best weapon, in my opinion.
If you did get the Joyce fight, how would you negate that jab then with Big Martin?
I would tell Martin to step through the ropes. Tell Martin to step through the ropes and do what he does best, and then he'll beat him.
Do you think, Martin? Obviously, it's a stupid question, but I'm intrigued by that fight because, like you say, it has been going on for 2.5 years. You and Sam Jones, you've got your little back.
You know, a lot of banter. I like Sam. There's a bit of banter between the two, but you know, he knows that Martin's a serious threat to anybody on his day. A serious threat.
Definitely. But like I said, we're hoping to get Fury Josh over the line. Well, this talk's May, June, and stuff like that. How excited are you about that fight, Billy?
Oh, it's a fight everybody wants to see, isn't it? Two absolutely brilliant fighters. You know, if it turns into a war, I would favour Joshua if it turned into a war. It depends how the fight pans out. You know what I mean? But what's a fight? It's going to be some fight, and it's going to be. It could be the best fight ever, potentially.
Yeah,
you know, people. I know. Sorry.
In our lifetime, I would imagine so.
Sorry.
I said in our lifetime, it has the potential.
Well, but it might be one of those, Andy, that 2 fights isn't enough. People want to see a 3rd fight.
I do.
You just don't know how they're going to go. You just don't. Nobody can tell with total conviction how the fights are going to go.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it's very intriguing. But we spoke about Lee McGregor fighting out in Dubai, the European title. Obviously, we're 2 Scotsmen. You happy for Lee finally getting his opportunity for the European title?
Oh, without a shadow of doubt. And you know, I've been in as a coach. I've been in the position that Lee and his coach are in. You know, fights getting cancelled through one reason or another. It's so soul destroying. You're spending hours and hours in the gym, on tracks, in the swimming pool, everything you got to do for your fight, and it gets cancelled. It's heartbreaking because nobody's there to pick up the bill that he's outlaid, you know, for sparring partners, etc., training costs. but Lee's a very, very good fighter. And, I think he'll beat that guy over in Dubai. You know, it's great that the fight's going ahead for him, and it's good that it's so soon after the last cancellation. So you'll still be really, really fit.
Definitely.
Just need a few tweaks.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm fortunate enough to be going out there, which is good. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Billy, one final word on Martin and MTK and the year that 2021 is going to bring for Martin. What's your plans and your hopes and your dreams for Martin this year?
Well, but like I said earlier, you know, just want some good fights to get Martin in a prime position for 2022, because I don't foresee anything happening this year, you know, world title wise. But next year, why not? A massive year next year. But you'll not get that if you don't have a good year this year. If you can get 3 fights this year and 3 victories, I think you'll get yourself in prime position. Prime position.
Well, you get me in prime condition. Don't worry about that. That's your job, Billy.
Oh, no. And you remember when you go to Dubai a week on Monday to get some sun factor with you?
But I don't need it. I'm a natural tan. I've got the olive skin.
You'll be topping up the sun. The sunbeds are shut, aren't they?
They're shut, mate. I need to look. I'm as white as you.
That's you, Gusta. I'm like a bottle of semi-skimmed. There's nothing semi-skimmed about me.
Well, don't we know? You're full fat, Billy. We know that. There it is. Billy, it was a pleasure to talk to you.
The weapons of mass destruction.
Oh, mate, that's a killer. Like, that's a big right hand. I don't want to mess with you. Billy, pleasure as always to speak to you, mate. Hopefully, lockdown G's up and I can come through to the gym and get another proper chat with you and Martin and everybody else, okay?
No bother, mate. Wish we Lee McGregor all the best when you're out there.
I will do, mate. I will do, as always. Right, Billy, thanks very much, mate. I appreciate it.
Take care, Andy. All the best.